right, guys, I am back, and we are going to use some of my Lorna Taylor stamps, and some of these I haven't even used yet, if you can believe that. I know, crazy, right? So this one is, not sure. It's got a little bird and, well, not little. I mean, the bird's pretty big, but it has roses on it. So yes, it will fit into some of these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to use the gold archival ink that I have. We may have to dry this in between uses, and I'm going to try to do it this way so I can make sure I got all the appropriate spots. Because from what I can remember, this particular ink pad is gushy, and I don't want it going down into things I don't want stamped, and it looks like I already did. Gosh darn it. That's okay. So we can fix just about anything once it's stamped, because we're going to go really close to the design itself. So it looks about right. So let's just see what I get here. Well, shoot, that doesn't show up as much as I thought it would. And I want it darker. Okay, that's okay. I'm going to stamp that off, and we just get a fresh paper out, and then we'll go with a darker ink. I think if it were a lighter background, it would have been okay. But like I said, it's okay. And actually, I think, I know we're not really supposed to do this, but I don't really want to clean it while on film, so seems like it's down in those crevices. So no help for it, right? We're just gonna do it, and then I'll just clean it up. Not even sure I do this right, but if I don't do it now and I take that stamp off, then I won't actually use the stamp later, right? Then I'll just pick a different one, and then, you know, I think I'll get as much as I possibly can off now, and then we'll switch over to a different stamp while that one dries. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll have to do a more detailed clean in a little bit, but we'll let that dry. I'll just move on to the next one, and we'll just do a well, by this time that's all dry, so we'll just flip it over and use the other side. Yeah, that's kind of a bummer. I was hoping it'd be a little bit darker with that gold, but the gold just isn't dark enough on that. It's okay. Let's use the potting soil, and I'm going to do the same thing while it's standing up like this. So, because I don't know if you guys know this, but a lot of Lorna's stamps are very, very, very detailed. They've got lots of little words and lots of fine detail. And I, not being an expert stamper, sometimes miss getting the really important things. Very nice. I like it. Very, very nice. I like the color. I'm going to stamp 3 of these because we're essentially going to make the same tag on 3 different backgrounds, right? And I'll probably end up needing to get another piece of paper here. I might end up with several pieces of paper, right? Ready? Ooh, that is a gorgeous stamp, isn't it? And most of her stuff is in French too, so keep holding out, hoping that she'll make a kind of a French dragonfly one, but that's not going to fill enough room. Like I said, I'm not worried about stamping necessarily like straight because I'm going to fussy tear those out. Seems like it might have been more advantageous for me to stamp the other direction with some of these. Seems I probably would have gotten more out of it. Okay. I think I'm just gonna lay that down. Nope, no direction I lay that one down in is gonna make a whole lot of difference. So I'm gonna do that one and then do one down here, this one. Because the other one I have is a tall one, so. I hope I didn't pull that one. Nope, and I didn't get his head. That's all right. We'll just stamp several of him. I don't know if I even had him inked. Yeah, you guys are going to have patience with me because I am not a great stamper. I'm either too heavy-handed or not heavy-handed enough, or... Here in a minute, I'm going to go out because I think I told you guys before I spray painted those clay pots that we got the other day. Make sure I get his head, get all the sides, right? Much better. Yes, I like it. Okay, do 2 more of this one, and then we'll move over to my other one. And I got this foam stuff from work, but I don't know where I put it. That's why I haven't been using it. Okay. Very cute. Very, very cute. I like it. All right, one more of you. Like I said, that right there and that right there don't matter. Someday I'll become a much better stamper, but it appears today is not one of those days either. And then I need to wash my stamps. I was going to use this one maybe. I think I might find just a tiny bit smaller one to go on those, because I think that might actually be a bit too much for some of these. Let's do the tea one, because the tea one's about the same. Yep, afternoon tea. Love this little teacup on here. It has little hearts on it. Cute. They got a little, what do they call those? Cookies, maybe? Or I can't really remember what that one's called. So pretty. Definitely need to clean my stamps. Yeah, so these taller ones I'm going to use on the journaling cards. So we will have to do a little bit of prep, or dry time, I guess, not prep, but dry time on those. Even these will take just a tiny, oh, that's not a great idea. Let's just move on. Okay, so now that whole tearing motion is not great. I think this is probably the last video I'll shoot until maybe tonight, depending on how the painting goes with the kids, you know? All right, now it comes down to the more intricate tearing. I think that one's not as bad for me, mostly because it's like closer, I guess, not spanning across a big expanse, if you will. One. I just got to thinking, I hope that these aren't too wide then. That would suck, wouldn't it? Guess I better check that, huh? Oh, just barely. I might have to take a little bit more off this side and a little bit of the flower at the bottom. Actually, the leaves, right? That's close, but it's good. It's good. We're gonna leave it. Nope, we're gonna have to go real close to them. It's okay, right? We're all about it. Okay, I'm gonna stack these out of the way for a second. One really close to the bird. Oh, that's the one where he's missing his head. Anyways, so we'll have to do something a little bit different with that one anyhow. Meaning we won't be using him on this segment of let's make some pretty tags. This is frustrating. Oh, my hands just aren't working right today. Pull that one's head off, right? That'd be a little morbid. Morbid. Apparently I can't speak today either. It'll probably be infinitely more easier as if I wetted the cardstock down, huh? That would have been a novel idea. Take a little bit of his tail off. Give me a little bit more room to maneuver. I know, so boring, right? Hearing me tear the paper. It's not quite the same as hearing a creator rip the fabric, right? Because that one at least is quick. When you're fussy tearing, you gotta be a little more on it, right? Because you don't want to tear out the designs. Okay, let's double check these. Yep, that should be just fine. Trying to make this one a little bit flatter on the bottom. I haven't done this with Lorna stamps in a little bit. Last time I did it with black, and then we used the different, I embossed it, and then we used some of that this stuff, only in like the purples and the blues, or pinks maybe. I was trying to think, maybe I had a couple sitting here, but I don't know where. I saw them this morning when I was digging for some stuff for the videos, but I don't know right offhand where they are. That's when I first got those vintage. She has like vintage words. I know that she's like branched out and done some stamp sets with this other in conjunction with another company, and I've tried to order several times, but every time I go to order, they're completely sold out. Like, and I can't even order them from like the UK and just have them, you know, pay the extra shipping. There's a couple sets that I was like, oh, I'm missing it. You know what though? I firmly believe that if it's meant to be, it's going to be, and I'm going to just end up clicking on one of those links I see, and it's just going to magically fall into my cart. And we are going to outline all of these in gold really quick. But I do think I'm going to glue them right away. Like, I was originally going to just like set them aside to dry for a minute, but I think if we go ahead and glue them while the gold's still a little bit wet, I think we'll be okay. And I'm using the gold around the edges just to kind of like set it apart for a minute. Just give it that extra little oomph. I do think to give it all just a tiny bit of time to kind of set, I will do the Fabri-Tac. Actually, maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, let's do the gold real quick. just realized how much ink I have all over my fingers. Let's do the gold really fast around these edges, and then we'll doesn't look like a lot right this second, but once we get it moving, you're gonna be like, ah, okay, now I get it. There's that. That's something I need to do. Holy cow. I better go get that started right after this video. I need to send a special happy Mother's Day to one of my little friends who just had a baby on Monday. Not her first, but and just a disclaimer, guys, I'll show you in just a minute the lid to that so that if you want to order it, those of you that are new, but I will always give the disclaimer, it does smell like turpentine. So if you're super sensitive, it may not be a product you want to use. In any case, you can use just regular like metallic paint that you can get from Walmart. I used to do that a lot before I got this stuff, and I actually still sometimes do that. I'm not actually worried about it because though it seems like it might distract from the whole thing, it actually doesn't. Having that gold piece in there will just add to the flare a little bit. And these are things, I used to have kind of a stock of them, but stocking up on stamped images and then just tearing them out or cutting them out or whatever kind of style you're into, that's actually a good thing to always have in your stock, right? And that's not gonna work. I will say though that this stuff does not like to come off of mats. So if you use it and you get it on your mat, get it off right away. You will be sorry. Unless you like it on your mat, and then, you know, to each their own. Oh. Whew, there's some messy fingers. Okay. Now, these are the ticket ones, so I guess those are the ones we're going to put the ladies on. Lady, not ladies. Okay. I'm going all the way to the outside. And I want to go down. Okay, we'll take that off in just a moment. There we go. Anything we're over, we can absolutely trim off. Paper towel. Okay. And my stool just did its thing again. So I'm shrinking. Literally. All right, now I'm about 2 foot tall on my table. Oh, yeah, it's always a, there's a guy I work with and he always says it's never nothing. I was like, you are a smart man. It's always never nothing. That's what he says. So now we get to stand up and try to get the stool to do what it's supposed to. There we go. Oh, I love those. I have another idea. Gussy them up just a tiny bit more. But it will require something else that I do not have at the moment. I can do some of it now, but I don't have the other pieces anywhere handy. So that'll have to be a as we decorate, and maybe we'll make some for the Lorna journals. Don't know how it does on vellum, so I don't want to like rub it, if you know what I mean. Okay. I love these. I think they turned out amazing. Especially when we go to put these other pieces in. I think you guys are gonna love it. Do you see all that shaking I'm doing? It's not blood sugar related either. It's totally muscles, like I can feel them. Oh, that might actually be my favorite one we made today. Between yesterday and today. Doesn't that look pretty? As we get this one done, I'm going to have you talk amongst yourselves for a second. And or anything close. Set on top of those for a second. I don't have anything heavy to set there, so we'll just leave it for a second. Okay, talk amongst yourselves for a second. And it's the gold charms that I don't have to hand right now. I'm actually not exactly sure where they went. So, let's see. Let's see if which one. Oh, gross. Glue on my finger. I think I like these better, like the bright gold. Yeah, sorry kids, I think this is pretty much the last video I'm going to get to today. Or at least right now, until I start feeling a little bit better. And then we'll add charms to them. Getting closer to, or I mean, we could actually do like a fabric thing instead of a charm. That would look really nice. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and move this forward a little bit. And I'm just going to pop out a bunch of them. Streamline them, right? Ooh. I can like really pick up tiny little things today. Without hurting anyways. It's nice to kind of be ambidextrous in moments like this, huh? Brass, gold. So, and I think in lieu of having a ton of strength today, I'm going to go ahead and just put the clips in like off camera. Hope you guys don't mind. But I'm really starting to kind of feel the strain in that wrist. So, yeah, we'll just get those done. These little things. Oh. Maybe we will. Might even have to wait till tomorrow. Seems like it's just gonna give me fits all day. I usually have a pair of needle nose pliers, but those are in the other room, currently being used because the dial to the dryer broke. And I have not been able to locate a replacement part. So we've been using the little needle nose pliers to kind of stick it in there. And here's the thing, is it's like not even that old, right? My washer and dryer is just barely two, like not even hardly two yet. Yeah, maybe in the next video we'll do the big cards and then we'll finish it out by making some little snippety things to put on our tags. So really, what do we been about an hour? I haven't checked to see how long the videos are, but about an hour, I think. So they're probably about 30 minutes long, would be my guess. So really an hour for nine tags that are almost completely complete on their own. So probably another 15 minutes. I don't really think that's too bad because they're fancier than I usually do. So yeah. All right, and in the next, like I said, in the next video, we'll do some like little snippety things or something with them, and then we'll call them good. You don't necessarily always have to use charms, but that one is a little loose, I think. No, it's not. Okay. All right, let me show you what we did. So there's that one, that one, that one. Oh, it was the tab. There we go. I was like, wait a minute. Kind of tried to do them in order there. Yeah, I'm loving those. So awesome. All right, guys. Thank you for joining me, and we'll just see you in the next video. Bye, guys.